And welcome to the Geeks, and Just a Podcast YouTube channel. This is a show called What You Doing? We talk about what we watch and play during the week. I am your host, Enterprise. With me today, mi compía.
Rona for you, Felix.
Give us the RONA update, fool. How you doing? How you feeling? What's going on?
Got discharged. I'm good. I'm great. I'm living my life. I'm medicating myself. Yes. Safe distance. I can give you a review of a
give me
funeral I went to.
No, give me RONA review.
Rona review.
Yeah, give me your RONA review.
So I felt like my body hurt, and I felt like shit for 4 days.
Okay.
So from Wednesday to Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday, when I was getting on the up and up, I lost my smell and my taste.
Okay.
That went on for 3 days, and on Wednesday, I got it back just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I just had coughs and boogers, and that's all. That's it.
That's about it.
That's about it. Yeah, I just got cough medication. I got an antiviral medication. I got an inhaler for my cough because it was getting a little bit fucked up. Yeah. Not because of Rona, but because of my body.
Okay.
And that's about it. Actually, I feel pretty good right now.
You good? What do you rate RONA?
I rate Rona. Go fuck yourself twice. That's what I rate Rona. Don't get it.
You watching it again?
Fuck. I hope not. I mean, not at least for now. Not for the next 3 or 4 months. But no, wash your hands. Keep your safe distance. Fuck people.
Okay.
But go to a burger joint.
Yeah, go to a burger joint. Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm trying not to bury you, but you don't follow your own advice. You're gonna say you wanted to review a funeral?
No, I went to a funeral this past weekend.
Is that your first one?
In like almost 10 years, yes.
As an adult?
No, my second one as an adult.
Oh, who died? If you don't mind me asking.
My girlfriend's grandpapa.
Damn. Okay, that's fucked up. And you went?
Yes, I did.
What the fuck, dude?
Moral support.
I guess, but you just said fuck people and don't.
Nah, but it was like 10 people at a time. But when we went, there was like 5, and we got the fuck out.
Okay, so it was, okay, whatever. Anyway, moving on. I almost got a lot sidetracked by. I mean, sorry for your girl's loss, but yeah, no. This is okay. Moving along, dog. It's been 3 minutes.
Yes.
Fuck. All right, let's get into this bullshit.
Okay.
Your boy watched a special that I was low key, high key excited for, because it's produced by the same people behind Black Mirror, and it's the Netflix comedy event called Death to 2020.
Oh yeah. How is it?
Sam Jackson's in it, Lisa Kudrow's in it, Kumail Nanjiani, Hugh Grant, Leslie Jones. I thought they were playing themselves because they kind of are, but not really. No, they're made up
like
people.
Like a satire of The Sims?
Yeah, it's satire. It's 100% satire. But they go down the line of show like they're making fun and basically reviewing again the year. And I forgot a lot of shit that happened. So they go over the Australia wildfires. They go Trump's impeachment trial. They
I forgot.
They go about the Iranian commander death. They go about Megxit. That's Meghan Markle leaving the British Parliament or whatever. Not Parliament. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm out of here." The beginning of Corona. The whitewashed Oscars. There was no.
Oh, neither.
There was no minorities. Trump being acquitted. Biden versus Bernie. Cancel culture. Tom Hanks get the Rona. Rona started spreading. Toilet paper shortage. And we're only at March.
Hold up. What?
That was March.
Just on March?
Yeah, that was only March. And it still keeps going. That was only March. Yeah, it goes pretty crazy. They didn't touch upon Kobe, which I was like, oh, damn. Rest in peace. But it is
you can't make fun of. You can't poke fun about that, dude.
No, but they did touch upon Ruth Ginsburg. Is that her name?
Who?
The political lady and the I'm so stupid. I'm terrible with names. The political lady, very dope activist lady, very old. It is mostly political.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Ruth Gator Ginsburg. That doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth.
It had 3 names.
Yeah, her. She's the dopest, but I'm sorry I can't remember your name. Your boy's stupid. I get passed because I'm stupid. Hello, era stupido. But it is mostly political. I would say like a third of it is the Biden versus Trump and everything that was happening there. It's very, so these people that I mentioned are like commenting on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, if I remember correctly, there's like a voiceover guy on top of it, and he's like, "Oh, what? It can't get any worse." And then bullshit would happen. Mijo from Stranger Things, also I called it from the trailer.
Simon.
Yeah, he plays like a influencer guy, and he's like reacting to videos. It's very, very satirical. It's great. My MVP was this British lady, right? But she has an accent, and she's an average person. That's what she's playing. She's playing an average person from England or whatever, Britain. And she's so dumb. She's so fucking stupid. But it's fucking hilarious.
Like trailer trash stupid?
Kinda, but the British version of it, she's like dumb. She's like fucking dumb. She's like, oh, I got into. I'm not gonna do a British accent because her accent is hella thick. But she's like, I got into this crazy show. It's called America, and then you got this white old guy fighting this other old white guy, and they're going at it. And now this one guy found trash. So she starts to break down basically the election as what it basically was, a very trashy reality MTV show. Right, and then they go about the debates, and they keep going back to her. She was my fucking MVP, man. She was hilarious. I loved her. I
remember. Yes, keep going.
Go ahead. You remember?
No. I remember seeing a clip with Leslie Jones that was funny.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip with Lisa Kudrow about a diary. She said something. They found something. Then And what did the diary say? What are you talking about?
What diary?
Yeah,
there's no diary.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, because I mean they're poking jokes at what the right. They'll go so hard on something, and then once there's physical evidence or their argument against it is so strong, or anything, actual facts come up that don't support the argument, they 100% flip and be like, what? That didn't happen. What the fuck? So to the extent, I'm going to kind of ruin the joke a little bit, but in the start of this, she's like protecting Trump, right? The whole show. And towards the end, she's like, what? My president's Biden. I've never said the word Trump. I know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. There is no video of me saying that I support Trump. And she was like his spokesman or whatever the fuck. It's very satirical. It's very great. It is political, so go with that. Like don't expect like it's political. It's political, but it's great. It's great. It's great. I liked it. It was about, I can't remember how long it was. I think it was like an hour 10. A little bit. Long. It's not that crazy. It's a little bit over an hour. But after that, I don't know why I watched it back to back, but it's kind of touches upon the same kind of things, and it's the Andrew Schultz Saves America show.
Oh, I know who it is, but I don't know about the show. What's
you don't know? You know Andrew Schultz? He's a comedian from New York.
Yeah,
and
he does those clips on YouTube, dude.
Yeah, he does. He does clips. He does clips on YouTube. He prides himself He prides himself in the media game. Mm-hmm. That like he clips himself or he puts specials out there. Like one of the last specials I saw, I think it was just straight up doing crowd work. He's funny. He's pretty good. He actually reminds me of one of my cousins. Shout outs to Benji. He kind of like reminds me a little bit of him. And a little bit. He just gives me that vibe. And his show is I want to say 4 episodes. Yeah, it's 4 episodes. They kind of have like a YouTube format to them.
Okay.
Almost like a Philip DeFranco kind of ish.
Oh, okay. Como jump cuts y todo eso.
Kinda. He's just sitting on a chair and straight up talking to the camera while images are popping right next to his head. And the topics he touches upon these 4 episodes are coronavirus, conspiracy theories, Black Lives Matter, and the election. And
no mames, Black Lives Matter también pasó, güey.
Yes, I didn't touch upon that on the other one, but yes, that also happened. But it's rapid fire. It's like he doesn't stop. You can tell his reading because he don't blink, and that was a little distracting for me when he's making perfect eye contact and he's not missing his joke. Whatever. Some of the jokes are kind of not the same, but the formula was similar as to like he would say something that has double entendre and be like, not that. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, okay. It was fluid.
Yeah, there would something be like, it's affecting a bunch of little girls, and then they would put a picture of Bill Clinton and be like, not like that, Bill, and then that kind of shit. It's funny. It's not. I'm not knocking on it. I'm just saying there was a lot of those type of jokes where he would use the same kind of punchline, kind of. But it's very good. They're like 16 minutes long, so the whole thing is like an hour. That's why I mean that it has like a very YouTube feel to it, but it's produced by Netflix. I like Andrew Schultz. He's cool. And he's touching upon all these very serious topics.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not just 100% coronavirus, which it is, but he starts to deviate off that main subject while he's burning people and while he's talking shit. It's great, but it's rapid fire. Like, there's no pause for you to basically laugh because he does not stop talking. Like, he's reading his script or whatever it is. And I was just impressed about how he didn't stop talking. I'm curious behind the scenes. Like, how many did he shoot? Like, do you do each topic an hour and you just don't try not to fuck up because you're reading straight for an hour? But he's going this fast and he doesn't stop. He doesn't flub. He doesn't. So I was impressed.
Team one.
Andrew Schultz Saves America. Give one a shot. The first one is coronavirus, and he starts to it's funny. It's funny. You do need to know a little bit about American culture, I guess, to get some of the jokes, or
Okay.
have your head in the news somewhat to get some of the jokes. Like, there's this, he makes fun of the Chinese. I don't know if it's president, whatever you want to call it.
A dictator.
The prime minister of China.
Let's say dignitary.
Whatever. There's this whole thing where he doesn't like to be called Winnie the Pooh. So there's a joke about that.
Awesome.
Right. So if you know that going in, he makes a Winnie the Pooh joke. He literally calls him Winnie the Pooh or whatever the fuck.
Aww.
It's funny. It's funny. I liked it. It was good. It was rapid fire. Andrew Schultz Save America. It's on Netflix. I like
my
it.
interest on both of them.
Check them out. They're kind of the same as into like reviewing 2020 kind of ish a little bit. So if you want to just
watch them.
Yeah, so if you want to like just put them behind you and be like, fuck it, I don't care about this shit anymore, then it's not going to be for you, right? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of they're heavy subjects, kind of.
Okay.
Speaking about heavy, bro, what you watching? What you been doing?
Well, I've played this, let's say, controversy-filled game called Anthem.
Yep, we know what it is, Doug.
But I did not know how controversial it was. Turns out that this game was 7-8 years in the making.
Yep.
But it was 7 years in pre-production, and the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Was the production of the game, and I completely shot myself. So I was like, okay, I need to play this hot garbage. So
why? Hold on. Why? Let's psychoanalyze your crazy ass brain. Why? What goes in your brain that makes you want to go play that hot garbage? I've talked about this tried to talk about this on the Power Bubbles. If people are saying it's hot garbage, if everybody in the world is saying it's hot garbage, and I've done this too, I forget what we were talking about, then I'm like, okay, I'm curious about it. What makes you want to go and fucking if everybody's saying it's hot the Monster Hunter movie. If everybody's saying it's hot garbage, why do we want to go back and fucking watch it or go back and play it? I don't understand.
In my case with Anthem, it was specifically because the thing is that people or human beings live on this planet that was made by some gods, and they with a force called the Anthem, and they fucked off.
Yeah.
And the Anthem, you can control it, but the way you traverse this world, since it's a world that it's almost a planet of Australia. Everything's trying to kill you, and you use some like exosuits, or in one of them cases, a mech called javelins. So that caught my interest. I wanted to know what was the deal with that.
That's fine, but the world's telling you it sucks balls.
Yeah.
Why?
But I want to experience it by myself.
But it's a consensus. I don't think anybody is out there who's like defending Anthem. They'd be like, you know what? That's not bad. No, it's consensus. Same thing with this movie, and I want to see it. I want to see Monster Hunter. I want to see how bad it is. Why?
Me too. I want to see it.
Why are we like that?
Because we want to know why people call it a dumpster fire. We want to know what's well, in my case, I want to know what's behind all that. Because I stumbled upon a couple of videos that said, you know what? If you have the patience and see the potential of what it could be, cool, this game's for you.
Oh.
And I want to see where it can go. Now, it is something. It looks beautiful. The controls are actually pretty good. The feeling of flying and the weight of the suits, you can feel it because it goes from the fastest to the heaviest. And being me, I chose the heaviest because it was a bulkier. That was the one that looked like a mech suit. So you can feel the weight between that and the Ranger because there's 4 classes. So the Colossus is the heaviest, Ranger's like the all around. I can't remember the name of the fastest one, and then you got the Storm, which is like between the fastest and the Ranger. So each one has its own attributes, and you feel a very different. You feel each one of the javelins is very different. So on that point, it's very good because it is immersive. Um, it's I can't believe how repetitive it got, and I learned that it had a single player campaign. You could play it online, which I did, and it was kind of fun. But the thing is that the story does not progress in a linear way. So you get the missions, but after a point, you get no mission at all, and it encourages you to do the free play. So just go out in the world and fuck around, and you get some missions like time trials and all that. Maybe you can get an event called a stronghold. If you stumble upon it, you can later go on these stronghold raids willingly. But so the story stops. You are strongly encouraged to free play. Then after a while, you pick up the story again. Then it blatantly stops again, and it literally tells you, "Go do something else," and they come back. The story is about, I want to say, 10 hours long.
Okay.
Just because it drags out that way, and the way it ends in such like a dry note that I didn't feel like it ended. So you get a boss battle. The boss battle's kind of fun. It's something different, but not really because you get the sense of that boss battle battling some things called titans around the world. And after that, it just like, we killed the guy. Oh, we stopped the anthem. Okay, it's done. Let's go. And I was like, wait, what?
It's because they were expecting that game to be a games of service type of thing, a la Destiny, where they wanted you probably to progress the story as a community, and then when it tells you to go fuck off, you're supposed to go fuck off and play with your friends, and then come back to the main story. That I think that was their main goal with this game, but because it got so repetitive, and at launch it was a buggy, gross mess. You're playing the $5 version of it, if I'm even.
Oh yeah, I'm
if
playing
I'm guessing.
Yeah, I actually paid for it. I paid $6.
Okay, you're paying the $6
and it was the
version
deluxe edition
because that's how far that game fell. I think I want to say it came out 2017, 2018.
2018.
For it to bump it down to $5, they've given it away actually. So you're playing. I mean, we as much as we don't want to, but I feel like whatever you pay for, you want to get your money's worth. So you could say that 10 hours of story gameplay, way overly, you paid, you underpaid $6. I mean, you got a $6 worth of experience, worth of fun, right?
Oh yes.
Now imagine
completely.
if you would have paid $60 or $70 or whatever it was when at launch, and then you don't have that much fun. That's why
I would have burned BioWare.
That's the whole problem. A lot of people did because I still remember the E3 video, the E3 release trailer.
Oh my god!
Of them flying
gorgeous.
through the shit, and I was like, "Oh, even Bubbles, who that is not really a huge mech fan, he was intrigued. He was like, "Oh shit, that looks kind of cool." I'm like, "All right, that looks kind of cool." And then the shooting looks kind of cool, and then I keep seeing more videos and more views, and that was delayed, and that whole project was a mess. But again, you trying to make it a games into service kind of thing, and those are hard to make, and you have to have like it's weird because so many games try to come out like that, and it's hit or miss so often. You don't know what's gonna hit. You just don't know. It could be something that's a straight up copy. You could straight up copy something else that's already out there, but do it better, and that's gonna work. Or you can have a game in development for 15 years and then try to slap a games as a service thing just to keep making yourself money, and it's not gonna work.
No, and what actually bothered me a little bit about this, and it's part of the backstory is that they had Destiny. They had like a rough template. I mean, after Destiny, having Destiny, you have a template of how it should work, how the game should be paced, how the game as a service should be, and you have all the you have the rough template, and you can do your own after whatever you see on that. You can make it
Even
your own.
even Destiny stumbled because the
Yes,
first
it did.
Destiny game was like, we're never gonna make another game. It's only gonna be Destiny. We're just gonna keep pumping content in it. And lo and behold, DLC starts to came out, another DLC, then the DLC started going crazy. Then they're like, okay, we need a whole different game. So they popped out Destiny 2. Now that's getting all expansions. Every time there's a E3, every time there's a PlayStation Direct or any kind of thing where publishers have to come up and tell us what they've been working on, you see another thing for Destiny. So that's even bullshit. It's tough to do these, man. It's really, really tough.
No, and it's I know. I after seeing what happened with Destiny and after seeing what happened with Anthem was a dumpster fire. So it the E3 demo we saw wasn't it, that was the first time the developers were seeing what type of game they were gonna make. That's how bad it was.
That's insane.
That's and that
insane.
baffled me. So I wanted to I wanted to know firsthand what came out, and what came out is a game that has a lot of potential if they give it the treatment it needs, which they're not gonna.
No, it's
I
dead,
mean,
bro.
the team, no,
It's dead.
yeah, the team that's working on it right now, it's like 10 people,
You're right.
and it's just server maintenance, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's dead.
And it's a dead game. Is it fun? Yeah, for a mindless play. I think I told you this before. This is my version of your Madden.
Yeah.
You want to play something, you want to pop a couple of hours, you want to listen to some podcasts, audiobooks, or watch a movie, whatever, pop this in.
Yep.
You're gonna have your fun. I'm telling you right now, I did get my $6 worth.
Yeah.
And
The price you pay, your price of admission does affect your experience.
Exactly. And it's a game I'm gonna always have in my Xbox because I just can okay, that's another thing. I really like it, except the loading times are not Skyrim loading times, but they're fucking slow.
Yeah.
Damn slow.
Okay. Wait. Pause. I wonder. Okay. I wonder,
Mhm.
and I'm just gonna throw this out there. I don't know if anybody else has said it. I don't know. Right. I wonder because they've said like Apple got snatched for this before, right? Where if you have a lesser version of an iPhone, they make everything slower on purpose to make you upgrade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct? You're with me here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, hell yeah.
I wonder if these consoles are doing the same thing with loading times to force us or to want us to upgrade. Because what is the main thing of these new consoles, bruh? What's the biggest selling point right now?
Everything's faster.
Everything is faster and it loads in a quarter of a second or whatever the fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was I playing? I was trying to Crash Team Racing.
Yeah.
I played Crash Team Racing with Anton. I'll talk about it some other time. The loading times on that are insane. They're crazy. They're like Mario Kart is faster. Mario Kart is instantaneous, and the levels are more intricate in Mario Kart. So after finishing a 2-minute race on a course, you're sitting there for like 3 minutes waiting for the shit to load. I'll show it. Like I'll play that one live to show you what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And this is not an old game. It's fairly new. I think it came out last year, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm like, it can't be that the loading time is this long. Some of the games are faster with it, but I'm thinking, I mean, it's not crazy to think to figure out a way to make loading, I don't know, 5 seconds longer than it should be on every game. I don't know if that's possible. I don't know. This is me, conspiracy theory, goofy fuck, right? Let's pretend that let's imagine that it is. It literally made me want to go, fuck, I'll just play shit on the PlayStation 5, then it's going to have faster loading. That's when the fucking wheel started to turn. What if they do that? You think they could do that or no? Is that even possible?
I think it is because it's a firmware thing. And the video I saw about the video that was talking positively about Anthem, it said that the loading times were better this time around. They were better. So that just makes me think how shit fucking crap the loading times were when it came out.
Yeah.
That on top of the bugs, that on top of the lacking of content, that on top of everything. So what I got is what I have right now in my console is a mindless, totally mindless game that I could play for maybe an hour at a time, 2 hours if I really want to, because I really muscle through the story because it's so linear, so nonsensical that it's like, you know what, whatever. I can play for a little while and then just quit it. So do I recommend this? No, I don't. If you like mechs, go watch a movie or play something else, not even remotely with Anthem. But if you want something really mindless and you have $6 to spare, sure, be my guest. But I do not recommend this.
No, I do want to like make research on that. Like, I wonder if they're actually making load time slower on our console generation to try to force you to upgrade.
That's actually a pretty interesting point. We could talk about later.
Well, I'll try to talk about it now, but you ignore my question.
Well, I would think they would because, for example, well, I mean, Cyberpunk is not an example because that game is shit for our consoles. But I would like to think they don't, but I do see developers doing that. Just because
it's just like
developers, but on developers on Microsoft's Word.
Who would be responsible for that? I don't know. I just want to be.
It had to be Microsoft or the companies that make the consoles, for Microsoft and Sony, Google, on their Stadia or whatever. They could be pushing for that because it's something. It's a call they can make.
I wonder.
Maybe developers don't want it.
If like when you update it, there's some thing in the firmware to make it slower while loading.
Well, it is patching the game, so it is a total possibility.
I wonder. I wonder. I like if there was like some kind of evidence of like me recording a game before I noticed it, and then doing it after. I wonder if there's a difference. I don't know. I'm just being a fucking weirdo. So you are not recommending Anthem? Yeah.
No.
I could have told you that one, Doug.
Yeah. I'm a special case because I like kind of shitty stuff.
Yep.
But
as we know.
Yes. But no, for run of the mill John Schmo, nope.
All right. Let's stay in the gaming world. I played a little game called The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I like to sprinkle these once in a while. I'm still in the middle of Assassin's Creed, even though I reviewed it. It's so long that I wanted to take a break from chopping motherfuckers' heads off, and I'll be like, all right, I want something else. And I like to sprinkle these into as a reset, as a palate cleanser. This is a first-person walk through the park, I guess you could say. There's no jumping. You only have an action button, which is X or A, whatever. I don't know if it's for Xbox, but yeah. And it literally says in the beginning of the game, this game doesn't hold your hand. So you're playing a detective, and you're looking for this little boy named Ethan. As you're walking through his little town, you start to find bodies or notes that he's left, and you start to find... I skipped over bodies. You start to find bodies. Once you do, this guy's like a clairvoyant detective, so you start to put pieces together, and then you play out a scene. Kind of like, was it in Batman, I think, that you're doing that in detective mode, where you have to like...
Timon.
Okay. Kind of like that. And see what happened to the body that you found. As you're collecting all that information, you're telling a larger story as to where the hell this boy is. But basically, you're trying to find where this kid is. As you can see from the gameplay, it looks boring, right? You're just walking through woods. It doesn't look...
It sounds boring.
Right. And hold on, I'm coming there. Because all these games that I call these little palate cleansers, I call them palate cleansers because they're 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 hours long. And it's just walking through shit, but the story is powerful. The story is dope. I group in the remains of Edith Finch is one. Everybody's Gone to the Rapture is another one, where you're just walking through literally a story.
Timon.
But in this game, there's all these puzzles that you have to solve, and that takes you to another part of town. So you're traveling into houses, but it starts to get freaky with portals. There's portals involved, and in this one house, it literally took me probably a couple hours to try to figure out the puzzle. So you would walk through like a doorway, but you have to pick what's on the other side, and then it took me a while to figure out what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But it says that the game doesn't hold your hand, so you can just walk through wherever you want, pretty much, and start to solve this case by picking up the pieces, and you can pick up any piece you want at a time. Like, it doesn't let you not go anywhere you want. But I'm such a goody two shoes. I try to go straight down the line. But you do have music cues you can hear when and it feels like you're going to the right way. There was a jump scare that got me. It wasn't like, it doesn't feel like it's gonna be scary, but there's one part where you're in a mine, and all of a sudden there's like this demon chasing you, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, it starts to go crazy in between all this boringness, which is just walking through the woods or walking through a little quaint town and you're doing puzzles. It sounds boring, but it starts to get crazy, and the story's dope. I do like it. It is not for everybody. Like, I wouldn't recommend Bubbles to play it. I don't know about you. I guess, yeah, sure, why not?
Mm-hmm.
It's good. Like I said, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. I like to play everything. I've heard of this game. It was on sale. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I'm like, okay, I gotta see what this is about, because a lot of people enjoy it. And if it was anything like those other ones, What Remains of Edith Finch, that's a good one. You should play that one.
Okay.
And Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, I've also reviewed. It's on earlier.
I remember that one. That was the one with the
lights.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some of that here too, kind of like when you run up to a body, you go to the body and then these lights come out, and then you go follow the lights, and then you have to piece the lights together. It's very simple, but there's something about it. It's charming. I liked it. The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. I don't know if you should play it or not. I don't know.
Well, I can see a video and then make up my mind.
Yeah, the videos don't do it justice though, because the parts that are dope are kind of spoilers.
Oh, okay.
So if you just look at videos as I'm posting now, it's just walking through woods or walking through a town. So it looks hella boring. It looks hella stupid. It looks like something my grandma would read. You know what I'm saying? But it's basically like a little book like that, like a little novel. You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. All these feel like that.
Okay.
But they're so short. They're nice. They're like,
that sounds interesting.
They're a little walk in the park.
Okay.
To close out this episode, I was low-key hella stoked for this. I don't know why. I became a fan earlier this year after watching season 2, and I'm talking about season 3 of Cobra Kai, dog.
I think I was expecting your review on this.
Really?
Yeah. Because I remember you talking about it.
I was shocked. I did eat the first 2 seasons at Skittles earlier this year. When the second season came out. So they moved up the release date for this, so I was stoked. It still has the same amount of cheese. There's a slightly more production value to it than other ones, because the first ones were YouTube, and I forget what the second season was. It might have been still Sony, because it says in the beginning of each episode it's a Sony production.
Okay.
So it has cheese. There's a lot of cheese. Is mamon cheese, but it's charming cheese. Like it beats you. Like you're like, okay, I fold. I like it. You know, every fiber of my being doesn't want to like it, because it's goofy. It's too cheesy. But it beats me. Yes. And it's also clever to an extent. So there's jokes and there's callbacks that I usually figure them out. But in this case, the show is so cheesy, I'm not trying to figure it out. So I'm just taking it as it's coming. So it does become clever with the storytelling and some layers a little bit. It's actually, I don't want to label it funny either. See, it's weird. It's weird. I don't know why I like the show. I don't like it. I don't know why. I don't like the fact that I don't know why I like it. So,
but you like it.
But I like it. Like, the jokes are okay, right? But it's a collection of okay jokes that it makes one giant good joke. That's weird, you know? Like, every joke hits a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like none of them fall flat. Even some of them fall, like Johnny will say something and it's like, okay, that's a little okay, and then somebody else says something like, hey, okay, but none of it is like, oh, que pendejo. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird.
Simon.
It's weird. The story is taken up off the second season. Spoiler alert: if you haven't seen any of the first seasons, 3, 2, 1. Our boy Miles Morales, the little Mexican kid, he paralyzed, and half of the season we were trying to get him to get up his ass and walk. While there's other battles and other things going, like the kids from Cobra Kai are still fighting the kids from Miyagi-Do, and it's like those fights gave me like after school special vibes a little, because it's kind of mamon. Why are you fighting each other? Like, quit it. But it's a karate show, so you need fighting. So it's kind of mamon. It kind of gave me like Power Ranger vibes to it when they were fighting each other. A little bit. Just a little bit. Sensei Kreese's origin story. You know Sensei Kreese?
Is it the asshole?
The asshole bad guy. So he gets a little.
I always hated that man.
That's his job, for you to hate him, and he does a very good job.
Well.
Yes, he does a very good job. You hate him. You're like, fuck you. Why are you like that? You old fucking fuck. But they do have a origin story for him, and they showed you like the softer human side of him. Early in the season, you got Johnny and you got LaRusso teaming up. Daniel-san teaming up a little bit.
They team up?
They team up a little bit. There's a little good cop, bad cop in there. They're trying to find the kid, and they're trying to, like, everybody's on their own shit. The kids are fighting over here. Daniel-san is over here with Johnny, and then sometimes they split, and that becomes another side mission, and then Kreese is fucking around over here, and then the mom gets involved. It's a little bit of bullshit. They did away a little bit with the high school drama that I wasn't feeling too hot about the second season. There is still some of it. Some of it does carry on, but it's not so heavy as like, I'm dating him, y la verga, well, fuck you. And it's like, oh, no, I just straight up hate you now. Oh, I'll straight up hate you. Well, fuck you. Well, you paralyzed. Well, fuck you. It's a little bit like that. Okay, let's fight. And then there's destruction. Houses get fucking beat to shit.
Neta?
Yeah, I don't really give a shit.
It's kind of extreme.
A little bit. It's kind of like, okay, just call the cops and people are going to go to jail. But, I mean, you got to give a pass. That's a fucking Karate Kid show. Chill out. Daniel-san does go to Japan, and they touch upon the third movie, if I'm not mistaken.
I think, when they go... Yeah, when Daniel goes to Japan, right?
Yeah, they kind of touch upon that whole movie. They also touch upon a little bit from the second one, which I had forgotten about the second one, which was a different white guy that he fights in the karate tournament. So they do flashbacks of the movies, and you're like, oh fuck, that's him, and you get some reunions and you get some cool shit like that. It's not groundbreaking shit. It's straight up Cobra Kai hates Miyagi-Do, and they're fighting way. And that's about it. And this guy's pulling punches over here, and he's dropping cobras in cars, and like over here they're doing other bullshit, and it's like Kreese origin story. It's not crazy. I did not give a shit really about Robbie's story. Robbie is Johnny's son. And Daniel-san kind of takes him under his wing in the second season, and in their season he kind of falls under Kreese's wing a little bit. Well, yeah, towards the end a little bit. I just didn't give a shit. He was in juvie. He went to jail, whatever. He's in jail and fighting this black guy in jail. Like, I didn't give a shit. I didn't really give a shit. I really didn't. But they do set up the next season, which we're bringing it back to competition. I think there hasn't been a competition since the first season, so that's kind of cool. It's not that every season is a competition. It ends with a competition. But this next season is gearing up for competition. There's going to be a tournament, so we know what's going on in the fourth season. It's good. I like it. They're they're like under 40 minutes long. 8 episodes, 10 or 8 or 10 episodes. Yeah, it's like a couple day watches. It's okay. It's goofy. I don't understand why I like it, bro. But it's fine. Like, it's good. It's good. You
don't need to understand why you like it. You just
but I do.
Like it. That's it.
I do, dog. I need to understand
why.
Yeah. I do.
Your fucking brain is weird.
Why? I didn't give a shit about Karate Kid in the first place. But I estoy pendejo watching this cheesy ass afternoon school special shit. But I estoy viendo. But it's good. You haven't seen any of it, right?
No, I think I've seen a couple of episodes of the second season where they're fighting in some woods. Yeah, and that's it.
Okay, yeah. They're teaching up the kids. It's not that bad. It's not bad. It's one of my cousins didn't like this season. I thought this season was better than the second one. Okay. So there are mixed opinions about it, but that's where I stand. I feel like this season was better than the second one. Not better than the first one because the first one surprised me because I wasn't expecting anything from the show, honestly. So I went in blind, and then it 100% completely surprised me. So the first season's the best. Then I'm gonna go this one. Then the second one. The second one gets a little cheesy.
Okay.
But it's good. It's good shit.
Awesome.
Cobra Kai tree.
I don't think I've been meaning to watch the Cobra Kai series, but something keeps bumping. I played Anthem for God's sakes.
Yeah, it's not a priority. It's not a priority. But put it on there and then give it the 3-episode treatment. See if it's
okay.
See if it floats your boat at all. If it's not, you're good. Don't pasa nada.
Okay.
We know how it works here.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what we watched this week. Leave a comment down below what the hell you guys been watching, what you guys been doing. Maybe recommend shit for us to talk about. Have you played Anthem? Did you play Anthem in the beginning? What you think about it? What are your palate cleansers? Just bit my tongue. What are your palate cleansers or games you just leave on your system just to play as mind-numbing bullshit?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. That's it, dog. Always and forever. Puta madre, you do.
Bye. Bye. Rona.